Rolly just made the biggest mistake of his career. He sacrificed himself and lost millions and millions of dollars. Listens to Leonard Elbe and Floyd Mayweather. And he also speaks out for the first time. We're going to talk about all of it in this video. But before we do that, make sure you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed. Rolly Romero just made the biggest mistake of his career, and he went out there and he pretty much embarrassed himself this weekend. Now, this is not a video of me tearing down somebody that's already at probably his lowest point right now. I'm not going to do that. But this is a video of me talking about the truth and the ins and outs and the outs and ins on what happened behind the scenes with Rolly, Leonard Elbe, Floyd Mayweather, and Rolly making the biggest mistake. Now, the outcome of Saturday night's fight, it didn't surprise me at all. A lot of people had Rolly winning, but I had Rolly get knocked out just like he did. I told everybody I broke down the fight, and the fight played out exactly how I broke down the fight. Because I know different styles, and Rolly Romero had the perfect style for Pitbull Cruz to go out there and do exactly what he did. Styles make fights. But the thing about it is Rolly should have never been in the ring with Pitbull Cruz in the first place. And I'm going to read y'all a message between Rolly and Oscar De La Hoya, right? Oscar messages Rolly and he says, "Man, what the F, bro? Talking ish about me? I have nothing but respect for you. I offered a shitload of money to you and you turned it down. Go fight Pitbull for pennies, bro, and good luck." Rolly responds, "You should thank me and trademark Oscar De La Fishnets. You're welcome." So what that is, that's a message between Oscar De La Hoya and Rolly after Rolly decided to pull out of the Ryan Garcia fight. Now, Rolly should have been fighting Ryan. Now, when I first saw this, we all say, okay, well, Oscar lies. Oscar probably tried to lowball him. Because when Leonard Elbe came out, that's what Elbe, he said, you know, they was trying to lowball Rolly, and that's the narrative that they ran with. Until I listened to an interview that Rolly did not too long ago, and he was talking about that whole situation. Now, this is when I realized that Rolly is definitely not the brightest in the room. Well, I've been knowing that, but this is when I realized that Rolly is actually very, very slow. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that, and I really mean it, because when Rolly talked about the situation of him not fighting Ryan Garcia, Rolly says, well, yeah, I was going to make way more money fighting Ryan Garcia, but Oscar's a liar. And now I'm making less fighting Pitbull because I'm Rolly. I'm like that. And I had to play the video back a few times, right? I wish I had the audio, but I just wasn't going to take time out to go through all the videos and find that audio because it was a while back, right? So I had to listen to it a couple times to make sure that he said what he said, right? Then he goes on to disrespecting Oscar De La Hoya. Now, I never thought I'd be doing a video sounding like I'm defending Oscar De La Hoya, because that's not what it is, but the truth is the truth. Oscar came out and he told everybody, look, I don't know what's up with Rolly. We was in negotiations, and then all of a sudden he pulls out and now he's fighting Pitbull for pennies. He's not making nowhere near the money that he was going to make fighting Ryan Garcia. And when Rolly came out and admitted that he was making way less fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz, it made me scratch my head. And like I said, I realized, well, Rolly is not the brightest in the room. But who would advise Rolly to go and fight Pitbull Cruz and leave Ryan Garcia hanging? Well, we all know who advised him. Leonard Elbe and Floyd Mayweather. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Leonard Elbe and Floyd Mayweather, they did not want their fighter going over to DAZN and Golden Boy and getting a bag. That's just what it is. And not only that, Everybody knows that Leonard Elbe, Floyd Mayweather, and Oscar De La Hoya, they have beef. What they did, once again, is they put their beef that they have with each other personally in the way of doing what's best for the fighter. And a lot of people think that Rolly is signed under TMT Promotions. Rolly hasn't been signed under them for years. He just, have a business relationship with them, and he just works with them. He is not signed under them. What this video is about is showing you how business is business, and these promoters and these advisors, they're going to look out for their business. And sometimes doing that, they'll F up a fighter getting more money doing business somewhere else because they're looking out for themselves. Yeah, you're going to see Leonard Elbe consoling Rolly and talking about how much he cares for him and everything. But at the end of the day, they're going to look out for the bottom line, and that's themselves and their business. So they advised Rolly to not go forth with the Ryan Garcia fight and to fight Pitbull Cruz. A much tougher stylistic matchup for Rolly, right? Much more dangerous, and we saw it play out. Now, I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia is not a dangerous opponent for Rolly, because I think Ryan would have eventually knocked him out, but Rolly would have had a better chance against Ryan because Ryan is not going to press Rolly as much as Pitbull was, right? It was just a horrible stylistic matchup for Rolly. If Leonard Elbe and Floyd Mayweather had Rolly's best interest, they would have advised him, go over there and get that bag, and then you can come right back over here and continue to do business with us. But see, these promoters and these networks, they're all in competition with each other, and it's about them at the end of the day. It ain't about the fighter, it's about them. And that's what these fighters need to realize. That's what Rolly, if he has any sense, he needs to realize why he messed up, listening to somebody that he thinks that has his back 1,000%. And yeah, Leonard Elbe and Floyd do have his back because they put Rolly in positions where Rolly should never have been in the first place. Rolly should have never won a scrap at 135. He should be a champion at 140. He shouldn't have even been able to fight for a championship belt. But yes, they did put him in that position. But putting him in that position, don't nothing come for free. And like the $1 Million Man used to say, everybody has a price to pay. And it seems like that was Rolly's price that he had to pay. PBC, they wanted a great fight card. They wanted something that was going to draw the fans in. An action-packed fight. An action-packed co-main event. And Rolly and Pitbull gave us that. But like I said, Rolly sacrificed making himself more money than he's ever made in his whole entire career to return the favor that the PBC, Leonard Elbe, and Floyd Mayweather had been giving him throughout his whole career. So a lot of people will say, hey, that's how it go. He owed it to them. But I'm looking at it like, hey, if you do something for somebody, don't ever try to throw it back in their face. In this situation, this is kind of what Leonard Elbe and Floyd Mayweather did. They knew Rolly was getting way more money fighting Ryan Garcia, but they advised them to not go fight Ryan Garcia, miss out on the big bag that he was going to make with Ryan Garcia, and fight Pitbull for much less money, for their own personal monetary gain, for their business. Had nothing to do with helping out Rolly. That's just what it is. It don't matter how you try to sugarcoat it. That's what happened. And now Rolly, he's going to have to suffer the consequences because his career is pretty much going to be done after this. Didn't nobody in the boxing world really take him serious anyway. And with all that being said, a lot of people might say he's suffering karma for all of the shit that he's talked, all of the disrespect that he's done throughout the past. But it is what it is, Hopefully, Rolly can get one more payday. I don't see it happening. But man, whatever he does, I hope that he don't take this too hard. He get his head back right in life. Boxing ain't the end all be all. Hopefully he saved up the money he's had and he can go on and live a great life. But boxing ain't for Rolly. Anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. What y'all think Rolly's next move is going to be? Does he have a chance to ever be back on the top again in the sport of boxing? Drop a comment. Let me know how y'all feel. And y'all already know. Diego talking that boxing again. And don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you not already subbed. I'm gone.
Roll another blunt up, hit patchwork, rolling with Nico till that sun's up. Hit like nunchucks, he can't stop that. A Lamborghini door swinging with tops big. Hey, clear the way, clear the lane. I'm top lit, different from them laws. Want no dogs in my cockpit.